In a world fueled by innovation and technology, failure, my dear friends, is an unexpected companion. Oh, yes, it is. You see, not all technological advances are meant to climb the towering heights of success. Some are destined to plummet into the abyss of oblivion. In today's episode, we'll embark on an extraordinary journey through the annals of technological failures. A journey no less thrilling than a ride in a hypercar going from 0 to 60 in 2.5, yet much more humbling. We're going to delve into the tales of the infamous 10 tech innovations that were thought to be game changers, but instead turned into game overs. From Google's ambitious Google Glass to the shambolic implosion of Theranos, we'll take you through it all. So buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride through some of the most spectacular tech blunders of the 21st century. Because sometimes it's the failures that make the best stories. Let's cast our minds back to the not-so-distant past. The year was 2013 and our friends at Google introduced us to something quite extravagant. They called it Google Glass. It was an ambitious attempt to revolutionize how we interact with technology and, well, the world around us. But did they hit the mark? Not quite. You see, while the idea was groundbreaking, it struggled with some, shall we say, existential crisis. There was a glaring lack of clarity about why Google Glass existed in the first place. The designers, bless their hearts, couldn't quite nail down what problems this glass would solve or how we, the users, were meant to incorporate it into our lives. It was like being given a power drill then when all you wanted was a screwdriver. Then there was the cool factor, or rather, the lack of it. If you're going to ask people to strap a chunk of tech to their faces, it better be as stylish as James Bond in a tuxedo. But Google Glass, my friends, was more akin to a B-grade sci-fi prop. The price tag didn't help matters either. At a whopping $1,500, it wasn't exactly a casual purchase. It was like paying supercar money for, well, a moped. But let's say you were an enthusiastic early adopter, ready to part with your hard-earned cash. Even then, Google Glass threw up roadblocks. With a user interface that could flummox a seasoned tech guru, it didn't win any points for ease of use. And finally, the coup de grace. Social acceptability, or should I say, its absence. Walking around with a camera strapped to your face isn't exactly a recipe for winning friends and influencing people. And thus, despite its lofty intentions and innovative ambitions, Google Glass landed with a rather spectacular thud in the annals of tech history. From the land of Google, we venture to the realm of music, where will.i.am, the innovator behind the Black Eyed Peas, attempted a new kind of performance, not on the stage but on our wrist, the pulse or the plus or something like that. The pulse was his vision of a smartwatch, a rhythm of technology and style, but it seems the melody was a bit off. Again, much like the ill-fated Google Glass, the Pulse suffered from a serious identity crisis. It was like a song without a hook. It wasn't clear why this smartwatch existed or what problems it aimed to solve. It's one thing to create a device because you can, and it's another thing to create a device because it feels a need. The Pulse, unfortunately, leaned towards the former. The Pulse also presented its users with a symphony of confusion. Operating the device was akin to trying to play an instrument without knowing a single note. It was simply put, not user-friendly. Then there was the ticket price for this performance. The Pulse wasn't exactly friendly on the wallet. It rang up at a rather steep $399, a price that left many potential customers singing the blues. And lastly, just as with our friend the Google Glass, the Pulse was about as socially acceptable as a bagpipe at a quiet dinner party. Despite will.i.am's best efforts, strapping the bulky Pulse on your wrist didn't exactly scream cool. So the Pulse ended up falling flat. a tune out of rhythm, a melody out of sync, a reminder that even in the world of tech, harmony matters. Moving on from wearables, we delve into the realm of kitchen tech. Enter Juicero, a company that aimed to be the Keurig of fresh juice. But rather than squeezing success, they ended up pressing the bitter taste of failure. Juicero offered a high-tech juice press that could squeeze juice from proprietary pouches of chopped fruits and vegetables. Think of it like a posh, modern juice squeezer, but this one came with a rather sour twist. Firstly, the juicer was as necessary as a chocolate teapot. The internet collectively facepalmed when it was discovered that the hands of regular human beings were just as capable of squeezing the juice from these pouches. Who would have thought, eh? This revelation made the machine's price tag seem like a bad joke. At $400 for the press and up to $8 for the juice packs, Juicero was asking customers to shell out an eye-watering amount of cash for the pleasure of, well, squeezing juice. It also didn't help that the company made it mandatory to connect the press to the internet to make juice. Imagine needing Wi-Fi to pour yourself a glass of OJ in the morning. Absurd, isn't it? In the end, the Juicero's promise of a high-tech juicing revolution was squashed. It turns out, when it comes to making juice, old-fashioned simplicity beats out unnecessary complexity every single time. From the kitchens of Silicon Valley, we move to the glittering world of Hollywood. The star of our next story, MoviePass. Pitched as the golden tickets to unlimited movies at the cinema, it turned out to be more of a box office flop. With MoviePass, for a meager monthly fee, film enthusiasts could see a movie a day at participating theaters. Sounds like a cinephile's dream, right? However, this dream soon turned into a nightmare. The business model was about as stable as a house of cards. MoviePass was losing money on every subscriber who saw more than one movie a month. It's like selling a car for less than the cost of the tires. It doesn't take a math genius to see that those numbers just don't add up. To add to its woes, MoviePass ran into conflicts with movie theaters. AMC, one of the largest cinema chains, refused to cooperate. They saw MoviePass as devaluing the cinema experience and launched their own competing service. Finally, there were customer service issues galore, from problems with the app to tickets running out of popular movies. MoviePass was stumbling like a bad actor forgetting their lines. So despite its promising premiere, MoviePass ended up as a tragic drama, a stark reminder that not every great idea can become a blockbuster. Leaving behind the silver screen, we now delve into the murky world of cryptocurrency. A world where fortunes can be made or lost with the click of a button. And no story epitomizes this more than the dramatic rise and spectacular crash of BitConnect. BitConnect promised to be the next big thing in the world of cryptocurrency. It offered a unique trading platform and even its own currency. A currency that saw its value rocket from just pennies to hundreds of dollars in a matter of months. However, things were not as rosy as they seemed. BitConnect's promises of guaranteed returns and the creation of interest by a supposed trading bot raised eyebrows. It was akin to finding a treasure map, enticing but suspicious. Sure enough, the bubble burst. BitConnect was accused of running a Ponzi scheme, a financial house of cards where the investors' money is used to pay off the old ones. When it collapsed, the value of BitConnect coins dropped faster than a lead balloon. Than a lead balloon, Jesus Christ. I can barely read today. The whole debacle served as a stark reminder of the dangers of unregulated markets and the risks of investing in things we don't fully understand. It's a high-stakes game, and BitConnect was a bet that went horribly wrong. So BitConnect goes down in history as a textbook example of cryptocurrency disaster, a tale of boom and bust that serves as a cautionary tale for all. From the high-stakes world of cryptocurrency, we now return to the realm of entertainment. Meet Kibi, a short-form streaming service that was shorter-lived than many of its shows. Kibi was a platform designed for the on-the-go viewer, offering quick bites of content that were less than 10 minutes long. It was a brainchild of Hollywood big shot Jeffrey Katzenberg and former eBay CEO Meg Whitman, preparing that promise to combine the best of tech and entertainment. But as we've seen so far, even the best plans can go awry. Kibi's launch timing was, in a word, dreadful. Just as it was rolling out its service designed for people on the go, the world was locking down due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Kibi's content, while high quality and star-studded, was also oddly exclusive. Unlike YouTube or Netflix, Kibi didn't allow for content sharing on social media, a strategy that was just about as useful as a chocolate fire guard in the viral age. Finally, the price point didn't quite hit the mark as well, at $4.99 per month with ads and $7.99 without. Kibi was asking consumers to pay a premium price for bite-sized content. It was a bit like buying a snack at a cinema. You knew you were paying over the odds, but unlike Kibi, that popcorn didn't have competition from the entire internet. So, despite a star-studded lineup and a unique premise, Kibi ended up as a short-lived show, reminding us that timing, adaptability, and understanding your audience are key. Leaving the entertainment world behind, let's turn to the bustling arena of smartphone technology. Amazon, the Goliath of the online world, entered this fiercely competitive market with the Fire Phone. And let's just say the results were less than fiery. The Fire Phone was Amazon's ambitious attempt to extend its reach into our pockets. It boasted some unique features like the dynamic perspective, a 3D effect, and Firefly, a tool used to recognize objects, sounds, and text to purchase items on Amazon. However, the Fire Phone was like a bad cover band. It played all the right notes, but something just didn't feel right. For starters, it was a bit too Amazon-centric. The phone prioritized Amazon services over others, alienating many potential users. It's like going to a concert only to realize the band only plays songs from their newest album. Right. Additionally, the Fire Phone was priced like a premium phone but didn't deliver a premium experience. Despite its unique features, it failed to stand out in a crowded field of well-established players like Apple and Samsung. That's like paying for a front row seat but getting a back row view. In the end, Amazon Fire Phone fizzled out rather quickly. Amazon discontinued it just after a year, a rare misstep for the e-commerce titan. It was a bold venture into new territory, but even giants can stumble. For our final chapter, we rewind to the beginning of the internet era and revisit a tech giant that once dominated the digital landscape, a true internet pioneer. Its tale is one of promise, missteps, and ultimately downfall. We're talking about Yahoo. Yahoo started as a beacon of the internet age, a directory to the World Wide Web. Yet, despite its early lead, it's a prime example how the mighty can fall. So what went wrong? Firstly, Yahoo had a knack for bad acquisitions. Take Broadcast.com, for instance, which Yahoo bought for an astonishing $5.7 billion. And what did they get for their money? Not much, as it turned out. Then there were the missed opportunities. Yahoo had a chance to acquire both Google and Facebook, but they didn't pull the trigger. It was a case of two birds in the bush being worth none in the hand. The leadership at Yahoo was as stable as a three-legged chair, with 7 CEO swaps from 1995 to 2017. Constantly changing the helm of the ship doesn't make for smooth sailing. Yahoo also seemed more focused on making money than creating a good user experience. Users were treated more like products than valued customers, a strategy as helpful as a trapdoor in a lifeboat. Finally, Yahoo was late to the mobile game. In an age where smartphones became extensions of ourselves, Yahoo's tardy entry was like showing up to a party after, well, everyone had already gone home. In the end, Yahoo serves as a stark reminder that in the world of tech, staying ahead requires agility, foresight, and a relentless focus on user experience. Missing the mark can lead even an internet pioneer to its downfall. Well, there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the might-have-beens, the could have worked, and the flat out what were they thinking moments from a tech world's adventurous and at times downright comical history. These stories are a little bit like going to the gym. They can be painful and make us sweat, but they are vital exercise in learning. They serve as beacons, lighting the way towards what not to do, and let's be honest, who doesn't love a good facepalm moment? So whether you're a budding tech entrepreneur or just enjoy a good tale of ambition gone awry, remember, the path to success is often paved with failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and for heaven's sake, don't release a product before you figured out why it exists. If you enjoyed this journey through tech's hole of infamy as much as I have, do hit that like button. If you want to ensure you never miss another episode, be sure to hit subscribe. And if you know someone who needs a good laugh or perhaps a cautionary tale, do share this video with them. So, go forth, click those buttons like they're hot, and help spread the hilarity of tech's biggest flops. After all, as you've learned today, even giants can stumble, and there's nothing quite like watching a giant face palm. This is Alfie, signing off. Until next time, keep laughing, keep learning, and as always, stay curious.